Hello, folks! We are watching more One Piece today. We got episodes 533 and 534, so let's get into it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on this video. Would really appreciate it. It's very, very helpful for the health of the channel. Yeah, that's all I got. Let's get into it. Oh, title. See them here. Zoro versus Neptune. Zoro could be more powerful than Neptune. You know what I mean? What a dilemma we have here. Did she leave? Where is she? Oh. Nice, Nami's doing working some of her magic. Hell yeah! I was waiting for Nami to do something. I feel like being down here could really work with her, what she could do. Hell yeah. Sorry. Oh, never mind. It wasn't anything to do with her talents. She just found a very large coral thing. Big brain thinking by Nami. Neptune's like, I'm the only one who can fight him. Yeah, I'm taking Zoro in this fight. Hurry up and get ready. Let's go right now. Dude, Megalo's just chilling. Aww. I get where she's coming from. But yeah, but Luffy, she could get an axe to the head from anywhere. Oh my god, Luffy! She has cried so much because of him. Take a nap, all. It's been a big misunderstanding, alright? You should regret your actions. Zoro going a little too far? Look, I was just shopping. Damn, dude, they fucking bound Neptune. Occupying the palace accidentally? They essentially have done that, yeah. I love this argument. And now the princess is going to be missing? She's like, what, me? Nami kills me, man. Where's the treasure chamber? I mean, it's an electric guitar. I guess it doesn't need to be plugged in. But I don't see any piece to get a signal. We have some things I'm not willing to look past here. I'm joking, of course. I don't care. No way! Is that what happened? Holy shit, dude. Relatable. I feel it, man. When I got into my late 30s, back issues became a thing. Yeah, it doesn't help that they're not here. That's so funny. He hurt his back. His back went out. Where's Brook keeping that? Also, low-key, Brook's pants? I approve. Oh, that doesn't help. Because then we don't know where to go. We have to upgrade the pose? Interesting. So the things with, like, magnetism and everything must work very differently in the new world. Maybe it's more powerful or something. So that pose is only good for the first half. Probably only works in the, that part of the Grand Line. A little occupied. Is this like Star Wars? Han Solo? How are you? Everything's fine. And then what? Fucking Usopp in the background. Whisper. Not the worst plan in the world, honestly. Oh my got all this silence. Oh my god, my nose itches so much. Oh. Look at Luffy over here mispronouncing names. That's a hostage situation. Zoro, no! Throwing the whole, like, I'll kill him if I don't get what I want. It's like asking for a chopper. Oh, the robot. He said raccoon! The dirty water imp! Oh my god! Fuck! Holy shit, it's turned into a full-on, like, negotiation with conditions and all this shit. Money, transportation, or crew. The funny thing is, Zoro's smart, in a way, though. Using the reputation they have, knowing that they think they will hurt them, but they have no intention of ever doing that. So, not the worst approach by Zoro. Yeah, message! A note! He had a message. What did Jinbei say? Forgot about this. I'm gonna laugh because it's probably gonna have something to do with things that have happened here that probably would have avoided all of this. Ooh, Jinbei. Jinbei has some renown. Definitely has some renown down here for sure, yeah? They keep calling him the first son of the sea. Oh, okay, so he's very trustworthy. That makes sense. I buy that. Don't fight against Hordy, Jones. He'll be waiting at the sea forest. I thought he told him and we're gonna find out later. I thought they were doing that bullshit again to me. So don't fight against Hordy. You already know that's gonna happen because he's gonna leave with the princess and they're probably gonna get approached and he's gonna fight Hordy Jones. So obviously he's not gonna get the message before that happens. This guy's playing ball though. He really thinks like they would harm them. Again, not the worst plan by Zoro. He's just doing what he thinks he needs to do here. Oh, they're getting such a bad reputation down here, though. Oh, no! Yeah, good luck with that. Ah! Okay, that's a fun new form. Oh, that was really great with the Kung Fu boost! Look at Chopper! That voice performance, A+. No way! Look at our boy! Are you well enough? I love this look for Chopper. And him doing all the, like, cliche, like, you know, vocal noises. Honestly, very selfless. I respect that. It's like, I'm gonna cause a lot of trouble for many people, which she probably will if she does leave. The sea? The sea forest! Perfect! She wants to see the sea forest, and that's where Jinbei is! This is great! Oh, she said the word dream. Oh, I feel bad. You're allowed to be selfish. Aww. Oh. She's so sweet. She's just like, I don't want you to be mad at me. I don't want you to yell at me. It's like, you're such a pain in the butt. I feel bad for her because she's just always scared all the time. What a sick guy. Oh, they're launching. Dekken is, they're making their move already. Straw Hats, do something. I mean, Luffy's there too, but they might have no choice but to leave the tower. Honestly, see, it's a good thing that Straw Hats are here. Yeah. Why are we being ordered around by hostages? Oh boy. We got a pretty interesting storyline forming here. I didn't know what to expect when they got down here for this arc and like who they're dealing with and what the story would be. So this is not really. Oh, you son of a bitch! He doesn't wear panties. This guy, he's like, he has intent. She's in a different kind of danger. Jesus Christ! No, he's just a pervert too, but he's mostly harmless. I always like this music too. I like all the music, but I have favorites. This is one of my favorites. Oh my god, he's gonna say something. I was gonna say, he was gonna say, excuse me for seeing her first. You knew they were gonna bookend that with comedy. Aww. Well, we're leaving the tower. Oh yeah. Aw, Luffy. Yep, here we go again. It's like, I'm not taking you anywhere if you're just gonna cry. We need a bubble. Gotta bubble up. Dude, the insults he has been slinging at her. Ooh. We have an idea. Oh, I know what his idea is. They're going in the shark. Oh, God. I apologize for the nose stuff. It's whenever I start recording, it must be from speaking. My nose just itches. I have a friend who streams on Twitch. She has the same thing that happens to her. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He was launching people. That's fucking crazy. He was launching pirates. That is what a wild way to get into the palace. That is insane. That is the fact that they survived. That's one way. Yeah, she's hid Megalo. This is gonna be a funny image of her sticking out, probably like of his mouth. Yeah, dude, that's wild, launching his pirates. Yeah, look at her. Jesus. Oh god, look at Megalo's face. Nope, there goes Luffy. Go, shark, go! Oh, he looks like he's in pain. Oh, the princess is out. Yeah, see, the timing of this, of getting her out here to see the sea forest, bad timing for sure. There's a lot happening here. Again, I like how he's connecting everything, how we're piecing together how everyone's going to get to one location. Like, obviously, Jinbei waiting at the sea forest. Oh, she wants to go to the sea forest. That's perfect, because that's where Jinbei is waiting. But also, by taking her out, this will force Luffy to run into Horty Jones, most likely, which is also something that Jinbei warned in his message for Luffy to not do. So, I like how things are coming in. The whole hostage situation shit. Zoro being pretty smart about this. He's using the reputation they have, even though it's the wrong reputation. It's false. But using the reputation they have to try to get out of here safely, right? Using what they're afraid of against them. I like that. That's a nice little strategy by Zoro there, for sure. And then seeing one of Chopper's new forms, the Kung Fu boost, that was fucking awesome. Great performance there with the vocals, with the voice performance for Chopper in that moment. Like I said, this is this is not the first arc where we've had a storyline involving a princess, but I do like that it's very different from when when we're dealing with Vivi, right? For sure. I just hope that at some point in this arc that Shirahoshi fucking just wallops Decken. I just want her to have a moment where she fucking puts him in his place. They have to give me that. I would love if they did that. But yeah, 534. Let's watch that. Yeah, I'm really curious to see where Frankie and Robin's little storylines here take them. Oh, you found his brother. My masterpiece. Careful now. Wherever the damn ship is. Maybe Jinbei found it and has it. Oh. Oh, so you're pretty confident you know where it is. Okay. The C4! See, I was right! So is this going to be one of those arcs where this all takes place in like 2 days? But it's going to be like 60 plus episodes type of deal? Usually that's most of them, right? I mean, like I said, she's pretty big, so she barely fits in there. Did they leave a note? I hope she left like a note or something. Hey, I left here willingly. Riding my bones too hard. Is my dirty mind go too far with that line? Come on, there better be some sort of communication. Oh, nice. Well done. Man, you know what? Maybe leaving a communication would have been a really bad move, honestly. Wrong person finds that. They know where she's going. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. I was like, some of them must be dead from being launched like that. So these guys are doing this mostly for their own survival. And Noah. Is that supposed to be like a Noah's Ark type of thing? These guys, man. They have no idea. Always like on The Simpsons, the sea captain's restaurant's called the Frying Dutchman. That's actually really interesting. I forgot to bring that up in the previous video. It's interesting that he's a fish man, but he also has a devil fruit, so he can't actually be in the water. Who the hell is this? Oh! Hachi! You are not doing well. I mean, they've established the potential of how dangerous the steroid is. Is that the only reason why Hachi's like here? Because he was with Arlong, so they respect him for that. Oh. Yeah, he's just trying to continue what Arlong... Continue to preach the word of Arlong and accomplish what he wanted to accomplish. So it's even though Arlong is not in this arc, most likely, which I don't think he will be. I don't think because Arlong's probably in prison. His presence is very felt here in this arc. Oh. And you get an idea too, like how formidable Arlong was as well, and influential to many. He wasn't some schlub. Oh wow. Yep, there he is. Too much of a brute. A little more strategic on their part. I mean, yeah, you see what they did wrong. Don't repeat that. No, he's disappointed in Hachi. Something Hachi definitely does not know, I'm going to assume. That Luffy's here. Oh, yeah, I remember this. You're all my friends now. I love how, like, reformed Hachi has become with this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Lock onto you. Oh, no, Hachi! I suspect that's why he had to wear the glove. Dude, it's just like yeah, they're just like homing missiles. Oh, Hachi. Okay, so by touching them, he marks you, and he pretty much could just throw whatever, and it will find the person regardless. He doesn't even need to know where you are. That's how I'm piecing it together. That's a scary power. Oh no, Hachi. He's working with him. He can do what he wants. It doesn't matter, you've been marked. Oh no, Hachi. Hachi's been taking an absolute beating. Between the stuff at Shibari, here, oh god. Yeah. This is a terrifying power. You literally need to enclose yourself in a box like the princess was, like Shirahoshi was. There can't be any way for anything to get around, nothing, you know what I mean? You're not gonna make it, bro. Oh no. Oh! I like they did that in silhouette. That's kind of like what I like about the violence. I shouldn't say I like the violence, but you know what I mean. Like when they portray violence, they do it pretty like in a interesting like artistic like way. They get pretty clever with it, and I get they don't want to. This is not a gory show, so they have to do that. But I feel like they handle it pretty well. Ew. Oh, that why you have a glove on it? No one else can touch that hand, huh? Because that's the hand that touched the princess. Oh boy. There's an episode of Simpsons where Bart gets a crush on his new neighbor, and she like spits in his hand for something. I forget what it was. She was playing a little prank on him. And he's like, I'm never going to wash this hand ever again. And then it cuts to like 3 days later. It's just disgusting looking. Okay, so Dekken, man, Dekken's a problem. Hasn't been able to pierce the defenses for 10 years. So throwing humans into there, it is a clever way to get people in there. That's wild. What a wild plan. Listen, obviously I'm not rooting for these guys, but I will respect a well-thought-out plan, and that's a well-thought-out plan. Some of you will die, yes. Yeah, I was gonna say, you're all... Oh. With the shadow. Yeah, you're all expendable. He don't give a fuck about you all. He couldn't care less if all of you died. He'll just find more humans to throw. As long as 1 or 2 of you survive. To open up the gate. You guys don't have a choice, unfortunately. Dude, it's actually pretty horrific when you, like, really think about it and seeing what he's doing right now. Dude, that is fucked. Bad, bad men. The one thing I really love about Horty's, like, facial design is the eyes. His eyes are so, like, just... Best way to hard shell terror. They're so wide, but they're so intimidating. So when he takes that steroid and they turn red, oh, it's all in the eyes with him. Horty will kill us. You kind of sympathize with them a little bit. The humans. Actually, you sympathize with them a lot because they were forced to join the crew when they came down here. Any human that comes down to like Horty Jones and his crew be like, you have to join our crew. If she's beautiful, you'll die. Listen, this is what I'm chalking up to, like, with Sanji and just ramping up this bullshit up like 5 times, is the fact that he's around mermaids. Which is something he doesn't see ever. So I'm hoping it gets toned back down again. Because I said it on Patreon. He's like, wake up. It's not that like I'm annoyed about this. Like, it's not that it's annoying me. It's repetitive. I'm just finding it repetitive. Because Sanji is... There's way more to Sanji than this, and I feel like he's just so capable. And we've seen Sanji exhibit some truly remarkable things, and I wish there was just more of a focus on that than him just obsessing over women. And granted, I get that's part of his character. But I feel like all that people talk about with Sanji is that stuff. Think before you act. I was gonna say, Chopper, didn't you just knock a bunch of them out? Oh, Hachi. Good thing Chopper's here. Yeah, this Jinbei also had this. Jinbei just wanted them to arrive here, get through, get to the other side, not get roped into the shit that's going down. Oh man. You know, Charlie has this vision that, you know, Luffy's gonna be the downfall of Fishman Island, but it's one of their own. That's is gonna be the downfall of this place. I like how he's still carrying the dude. Usopp. Why now? We're trying to occupy the palace ourselves. Now we got other people trying to occupy it? Don't answer. Oh! He said don't answer, yeah. Oh, here we go. They're fucked. Yep. Dude, he can't take this much longer, I feel like. Must be really incredible for her, though, to see something that isn't four walls. Aww! That face. How happy she is. I love that. Love this for her. Even though she's in danger of being out here. But still, this is great. We can get rid of Decken. Then she'll be able to live freely again. That image! It's fun. Oh. There's a grave that I haven't been to since they built her mother? We haven't heard anything about her mother. I'm assuming she is most likely deceased. Interesting. So it's a graveyard, essentially. Her assassination? About that. There's Jinbei. That scar. Queen Otoheim. Otoheim? 10 years already since her assassination in broad daylight, which threw the Fisherman Island in an uproar. I wonder if Decken killed her. Maybe the queen was protecting her, protecting Shirahoshi from Decken, and maybe was killed. I don't know. That's interesting. I'm interested to learn more about that. So Jinbei's just been waiting down there, and obviously, you know, paying respects to the queen. So there you go. That answers my question. I was like, we haven't heard anything about her mother. I just realized that there's a King Neptune, but where's the queen? I wasn't even thinking about that until that. When she brought up Graveyard, I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's her mother. Right. So that's why she really wants... Oh, that's really... She wants to go to the Sea Forest to see her mother's grave. Because she hasn't probably even been. Because it's been 10 years. Stuff with Frankie. Finding Tom's family. And we're discovering that the ship is most likely at the Sea Forest. Everything connecting again. The puzzle pieces are being placed down. You know, this is how everyone's going to get to this... The Sea Forest is the place we need to get to, because that's where our transportation is. And probably most likely where I feel like maybe the final battle will take place is down there. Yeah, they're dropping a lot of info on us here. And seeing this scene here with them showing you how they planned to get people into the palace and get the gates open. And again, you know, Horty Jones, you know, following, you know, really taking to the word of Arlong and what Arlong wants for fishmen. You know, using, you know, humans as basically just disposable tools, right? They're just tools. They're things to him. Using them and just getting launched by Decken like that with no guarantee of survival. Like, oh my god. Like, yeah, and like I said, just the I feel like Oda's writing is really strong when he's drawing these kind of parallels to real world events and whatnot. So it's really interesting seeing his approach to these things and where he's coming from. And yeah, and Hachi being there, and Hachi being there because they respect Hachi because he was part of Arlong's crew. He was like, a high ranking member of Arlong's crew. And the fact that, Hachi used to being someone like that and who is mostly has, changed his mind and changed his opinion on these things, and they're just like, okay, well, you're not who we thought you were. And they try to kill him, of course, for it. Because he's like, you can't do this. Like, Arlong tried this and lost. Why do you think it'll be different for you? And he's like, well, we know what Arlong did. We see what he did. We have this information. We're going to go about it a completely different way. You know, the arrogance, right? The overconfidence here, because again, I think they're severely underestimating the Straw Hats for sure, particularly Luffy. And just getting more info about Deccan's devil fruit, the mark fruit, and just how he has to actually mark you, he has to touch you. And it just seems once you're marked and he just throws a knife in the knife will find you. He doesn't even need to know where you are. That's kind of how I'm interpreting it. I could be wrong. But the thing is, though, if he marks somebody, so say like, he touches someone and then decides like, you know what? No, I want to mark this person now. If he touches them, does that override the previous mark? So the fact that he has this hand gloved up, yeah, he's like, I don't want to wash this hand, whatever. But I'm curious if he can mark two people at once. So if he touches someone with that right hand, then would that override the mark on the princess? And then he can't go after her anymore. And with most devil fruit powers, there's more than one aspect of it. So I'm wondering what else he can do with the mark fruit, unless this is it. I mean, if that's it, I mean, it's pretty damn powerful. But I'm curious if there's more to it, honestly. But yeah, this alliance here between these two, this is going to be, this is going to be such a problem. I'm invested. I'm invested in what's going on here down in Fishman Island. This siege that they're about to do on the kingdom and everything. I'm curious about their story and like what's going on with Nip. You know what I mean? I'm invested in that story, but also it's just like, as always, the Straw Hats just kind of fall into this. The Straw Hats remind me a lot of Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China. Because what's great about Big Trouble in Little China is Jack Burton. Now, granted, the Straw Hats end up becoming the heroes in the story, really, right? But Big Trouble in Little China, when you enter these little mini, like in One Piece, when they enter these little mini arcs, there's a story already going on that the Straw Hats just kind of fall into, and they're just like kind of like supporting characters in these characters' story, right? There's already like a separate story going. Like, so imagine like Fishman Island and what's going on here is the show, and then we have the Straw Hats guesting into it, So Jack Burton in Big Trouble in Little China just kind of visits and just kind of he's a fish out of water, thrown into a bigger story that doesn't involve him, but there's something about it. There's something in the story that he needs that he has to get involved, but he doesn't like overtake the story. It's not his story. And I feel like, yeah, the Straw Hats obviously are the main characters, but when you get into these arcs, it becomes like, they become like kind of like supporting characters in a way, if that makes sense. You could disagree with that in a way. But granted, yes, the story is about them. But some of these arcs, that's what happens here, But there's aspects to these arcs that will give them information. It will give them things they need to continue on their story. And then we'll get like an arc like Marineford where it's like, this is Luffy's story. This is you know what I mean? Like type of thing. But that's how I kind of like how this show goes about it in a way. They just get thrown into another show and become a huge catalyst to helping with the problem, I don't know if I explained that well. It makes sense in my head, but I'm hoping y'all could decipher exactly what I was trying to say there. But I may have done a bad job explaining what what I was thinking there. But anyway, I know what I was thinking, and that's all that matters. But folks, thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Stay tuned for episodes 535 and 536. We're well into Fishman Island. I don't know too much about the consensus of this arc. I haven't really been told anything. The only thing I know is that apparently there is a version of this arc that was done where they kind of condensed it, right? Like it was re-edited, which that's interesting to me because then I'm like, the only reason why I feel like they would do something like that, it kind of makes me remind me of One Piece. I've had people tell me to watch One Piece over watching the full show, and it's like, I'm not going to do that. If I'm going to watch One Piece, I am watching One Piece how it's intended. I get why One Piece exists, but nah, I have no interest in a condensed version of the show. And I know it got brought up about this condensed version of Fishman Island, which lends me to believe that, yeah, we're probably going to run into some pacing issues. It's probably going to be the same issues I had watching Skypiea. And yeah, Skypiea had a lot of just kind of like bloat to it. Ultimately, I really liked Skypiea in the end. But yeah, there was bloat, for sure. Thriller Bark had it too. Pretty much all these arcs have it, and not all of them. I mean, I feel like, yeah, you could say Marineford maybe too, but Marineford had such amazing action and the stakes were so high, especially the emotional stakes, that I didn't even notice that issue. If people have an issue with that, but it's curious that they took Fishman Island specifically and did that. So I feel like that there's probably a consensus on this arc that it's like too long, potentially. So we'll see as I watch it. But like I said, I have no interest in watching a condensed version of this because I feel like when they do stuff like that, I feel like you take a lot of those moments. There's a lot of moments that get cut out that are probably like really funny or emotional or good, really good action or something, and you lose that with stuff like that. And me, I like all that stuff. I love all that stuff. Like, yeah, I'll get a little like antsy and testy and be like, you probably could have condensed these 4 episodes into one, really. And I'll say that, but ultimately it does not hurt my enjoyment of these things. I like these characters too much. I love this story too much. Want a condensed version of it. I want every little bit of it. I want every little moment because because that means I get to spend more time in this world and with these characters. Because at some point the story is going to end. And granted, I'm still very far behind, but at some point it is going to end, and I'm going to look back and be like, you know what? I'm glad I had all those moments. I'm glad I got to experience all that. I can't imagine missing even a minute of it. So that's why I have no desire to ever like use One Piece or, like I said, with this particular arc. I know there's a condensed, shortened version of it. I have no interest in that. Just kind of give you my perspective on that. But yeah, subscribe, like, and comment. Would really appreciate that. And then check out the what's it called? Patreon. You can find a link for that down below in the description or in my pinned comment. Full-length versions of these reactions, by the time you see this on YouTube, we'll probably be in like the 550-ish range, maybe like in the latter half of the 550-ish range. The full-length versions, no ads, no cuts, ad-free. It's full watch-alongs. Everything is provided for you. I take care of you in that department, if that is at all helps with making a decision to give the Patreon a shot. Obviously, you don't have to. Of course, you could just watch it on YouTube. The Patreon's just there for a little extra, for sure, for people who support the channel that way. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time for 535 and 536. Have a good one. Bye.